Good morning, everybody. It's Friday, September 4th, and basically I've already tried shuffling and all that twice today. So the first time I was shuffling, I'm sitting on like a stairway, and half the cards fell down underneath the stairway. So that was one. So take two, I did the whole thing, pulled the card, did my little spiel, all that, even had a phone call in the middle of it. And I don't know if that's what did it or whatever, but somehow the whole video was like 10 seconds of me just shuffling around, touching stuff or whatever I was doing. So this time I'm keeping this message, because what we got today is this, the card right here. And see that? They look so at peace and free, right? Well, the message was ecstasy. So I had to ask Spirit, I was like, we've done all this work. We've got all the steps. We can see progress that has been made or has been attempted to be made, and I'm sure we've done a lot of work. So what is our next step? What are we getting to? And Spirit brought up ecstasy. So I'm going to go ahead and read the card again. So I got to figure out what these mean, because there's like locations and colors. So this one says West Black, which I got to figure out. Maybe I'll look at the book at the end. But anyway, let's go ahead and read this ecstasy, okay? Here's the card. Ecstasy is a buoyant state of joy. One of the finest ways to maintain a state of joyousness is to examine the dark side of your being, that instinctual nature that most human beings repress in civilized life. When the instinctual nature are the seeds of ecstasy, we tend to live in our minds, in our emotions, occasionally in spirit, and almost never in our instinctual depths. We are born as wild mountain lions, but live most of our lives like sheep, forgetting and denying whole parts of ourselves. I hope you guys are hearing me, because one of the Air Force jets is going over. What is it about today? I don't know. Okay, let's backtrack a little. We tend to live in our minds, in our emotions, occasionally in spirit, and almost never in our instinctual depths. We are born as wild as mountain lions, but live most of our lives like sheep, forgetting and denying whole parts of ourselves. Sit on the earth with your back against a tree and get in touch with your roots, which move deep into Middle Earth. This will restore your joyousness and balance. Each day, listen to your body, mind, and your heart. What are they telling you about a given situation? Ecstasies are like a like a wind horse waiting to be ridden. The last wild ride before your passage into enlightenment. Take courage and live your passion fully. So, what I was saying about this is we tend to go for the security, what's safe, and if we don't, other people try to push us to do that. So I think this is saying, like, once you have done all the work, there's always work to do, so it will be continuous, but the majority of the work, your inner child work, your healing, exploring those deep, mysterious things that hold us back, our fears, stuff like that. It's time to live like wild abandonment, to take that wild ride, go on that adventure. So if you want to say, move across the country 3,000 miles away, and people are saying, do you really think you should do that? And a little part of your mind or inside is saying, you're secure here, you're safe here. This is saying, this is your enlightenment. So go for it, right? Right? Who's to say you have to do all that? You have one life, right? So if you're feeling this intuitive guide that tells you to do something that might not be guaranteed, or a mystery, or a little, for many people think it's reckless, but it's something that your intuition or soul is calling you to do, it's time to do it, because it's saying that last wild ride before your passage into enlightenment, it's time to do something wild, right? And free. You have free will. So, of course, always be safe and don't hurt or harm anybody, but if that's what you're being called to do, it's time to do it. So, find your ecstasy. Peace.